there are Egyptian American Muslim women. Women. Okay? Fucking weird ass women screaming. These bitches are serial killers. This is without saying, okay? Every day, they made 98% of my hair fall out and they're screaming in my fucking head. Every second of the day, it's obvious they're after something. It is so goddamn. Just are they trying to murder me and get away with it? They're after something. It's like, well, if you're gonna make my hair fall out, why don't you just fucking murder me, bitch? Why won't they? Why won't they just murder me? Why is it? Why do they want me as? Why try to make sure I don't take photos and why all this garbage? Just do it. Why? Why this? Why this? Why? That's what I want to know. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They're talking in my head. They're after something, just so you know. They're talking in my fucking head. Do you hear me? The bitches are after something. It's obvious. They're trying to get me to, they're trying, just so you know right now, they're trying to get me kicked off of YouTube so I can't keep documenting what they're doing. They don't want me showing, like, look at this stretched skin. Look at my hairline. They're obviously murderers. They're obviously murderers. They don't want me to take pictures. The fuck? They want to murder me and get away with it, and they don't want me to take pictures? Like, why stretch it? I'm still, like, I don't want to discuss it with them. That's why I started freaking out. They're trying to get me kicked off. I just want to make that clear. They don't want me documenting this. So for whoever is watching that, to see what's going on with these terrorists and their quote unquote wannabe investigation, okay? They don't want me documenting what they're doing. Something's up with these bitches, dude. Today is my son's orientation, and they're singing the song, the song that goes, I don't know, it's a rap song, and in the lyrics, they say, oh, we're gonna retire bitches, okay, and they're playing the melody in my head, and to be quite frank, it's my son's orientation today, and I'm supposed to be in a good mood and happy and excited to go. They kept me up all night. They played with my stomach. They've been hurting me since yesterday. They don't want me here with my son. They don't want us going to orientation. They kept me up for 72 hours prior to. Then last night, they let me sleep, hoping that we would oversleep so we don't make it to orientation. Look at my hair. Dude, there's something wrong with these bitches. They think everything is fucking funny. Dude, this is fucking crazy. The bitches have to die. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They really need to be investigated. Do you hear me? They're hurting me. They just ran over my foot with the suitcase. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They keep laughing in my head. They're weird. They're weird. They're weird. They're talking in my head. They're talking in my head. Haha, I'm recording. Haha, I'm live streaming. Haha, I'm live streaming. Haha, I'm documenting that I can't capture your voice on my live stream. Haha, haha. Haha, expect it for the next 2 years, honey. Okay? They're trying to pretend like what I hear is coming from outside. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They want to try to make their voices sound like they're coming from outside. They're talking in my head. I cannot capture their voices on any recording device. I can't, nothing. Obviously not audio, and I don't see them. They're not here. I would have put them in jail by now. After how many videos I've made of them stalking me, if they were around here, and I saw them, they would have been already. The Orange County Police Department in a heartbeat would have put them in jail. The women are so desperate. They keep playing with my sinuses. Document. Start making this a habit. No arguing, just documenting. No arguing, just documenting. No arguing with the psychoterrorist, just documenting. We're just documenting. They need to be sensitive. They're done. That is the name of it. They're attacking my lower back. Okay? They're attacking my lower, like right here, I'm in a lot of pain. They don't want me going to my son's orientation. They don't want me involved with my kids. To a real mom, that is a really huge deal. There's something wrong here. I'm documenting everything I feel about this. They're trying to say something about me being a parent They're trying to say I've abandoned my responsibility. They're trying to say something. They don't want me around my kids. They're trying to stop me. Like I'm doing it and they want to stop me. It's weird. They want me to neglect my responsibilities. I want to do this and they don't want me to do this. You're not taking from my, no, I'm sentencing. They're hurting me. They're hurting me. The stupid psycho's like, haha, we're taking from your son's experience. Haha, haha, we're taking, mind you, they have kids and they have money. They're talking in my head. They've said, my kids are more important than yours. My this is more important than yours. And these stupid psycho women, they're covering up for their dads and their brothers. Their dads are terrorists. Okay? So you know, they're dads. So these terrorist men are raising terrorists. Terrorist women and obviously terrorist men. They're not kids forever. They have to make a decision, honey. Are they going to turn you in, kind of like the way you had that turning point in your life, or are they going to turn into terrorists? I'm done talking. We're not arguing, hon. I'm sentencing you bitches to death. Okay, it's been 8 years. So 8 years ago today, they started talking in my head. I'm sure there are a handful, if not, I mean, there are it's obvious this organization isn't just a few terrorists. It's more than that, obviously. So they have children that aren't children anymore. They're trying to take off with the money. They're trying to destroy the evidence. They're trying to murder any last people that are entitled to the records that are produced, like I said, so they could destroy the records and any last documented evidence, any actual paper trail, plus the records that are produced with the telepathy weapon. It is so fucking obvious. So, and then to turn around and act like it's their money, and now they have money to just sit behind the weapon. They don't need to make claims of murder. So just imagine these psycho bitches are murdering people. They use the weapon from our country coming into this country, okay? And nobody knew, the US couldn't track back all the murders, so that when they came here, they couldn't camouflage all the murders they committed so that they don't remain behind the weapon. So they were using it in Egypt, came out here to America, and continued to use it on people here. And are saying they were victims of crimes in Egypt, and that's why they got to enter into this country. And they were obviously well aware of the weapon when they came in, and then they went and established themselves, and they have permissions or whatever it is to use the weapon. Do you hear me? And these bitches are laundering money. They're laundering money. Am I too loud?
getting breakfast.
Okay.
How are you?
Yeah, what time is it?
It's probably like 6:30.
Well, it's definitely past 6:30. Well, yeah, you're right, it's 6:32. Okay, I'll be right there.
Yeah, at least the jeans fit.
Huh?
The jeans fit.
Oh, they fit?
Yeah.
You didn't even try it on, liar. What size are those?
38, 32.
So we know.
What's the game plan for today?
Yeah.
They said just go get breakfast real slow.
Yeah, I'm gonna get dressed right now, and then I'm gonna meet you downstairs if you're gonna go down before me. And
I think Elias and
Jackie,
down today.
they do. Get these terrorist bitches out of my kids' lives, please. They're Egyptian American Muslim women. They're talking in my head. Do you hear me? That's why they're not, that's why they don't have control over Egypt, because the country did not, they did not elect these stupid whorebags as their president. They established their own government. They don't have a military of defense. They're using a weapon. It's a international security weapon. The entire globe relies on it, especially for the countries that don't have their own military defense, or that they have a smaller one. Do you know how stupid a country would have to be if this is all I have to fucking do? The fuck? You are the dumbest bitch.
Just talking about something else now?
Yeah, let's talk about that now.
How about you get some financial advice?
Financial advice?
If I want to buy a house by 30 years.
Let's do it.
I mean, like, in terms of, okay.
I already told you about your credit. You can't use your credit.
Do you know anything about stocks?
No, we'd have to learn it together.
Can you teach me about, what's the...
I can teach you how to save money for buying a house.
Okay, that's a good start. How do most people do it? Starting from zero.
Starting from zero, you have to save up.
Save up, like, how much? Or how much do people usually save a year? Like, if, let's say I wanted to live in Mission Viejo, California. for 10
So
years.
let's say a house in Mission Viejo or condos, 800,000
Yeah.
minimum. Okay, you have
So
to
then-
save up 3.5%
For a down payment?
for a down payment.
3.5%. So that's like, what's it, like 40,000 or 30, 40,000.
Yeah, that's why it's so imperative to save immediately out of high school, because the minute the interest rates and the market shifts, you could be in the position to buy, so you don't miss that wave.
And this wave, how often does it happen?
Every 7 to 10 years, 5 to 7, and then we have a little stretch where it's like it's a decent market.
Decent market.
Right now, interest rates are high. People are waiting for something to happen.
Interest rates are high, so less people are buying. So right now, there's more sellers than buyers in the market.
Yeah, the properties are really high, and the interest rates are really high.
So does higher interest rates, or does lower interest rates mean lower house prices, or just?
No, on the contrary, that's the reason why the house market went up so much, is because the interest rates dropped to 2%, which most likely won't happen again for a long, like 20, 30 years. I mean, if we see it in another 10, that would be surprising.
So lower interest rates actually means house prices tend to go up a lot more because more people are buying.
Yeah, because more people can afford it, it's cheaper.
So then is the main, like, what's like the first main hurdle to getting a house? Is it getting past the interest rate? Is it even just getting the down payment?
Well, having a down payment obviously is the first hurdle, because once you have a down payment, once you have a substantial amount to put down, and that's why you don't buy when you have a family. You wanna buy before, so you have, so when you do have a family, you can sell. You've built up some equity in your property, and you can sell it and go
let's say you
upgrade.
don't have any property though. Let's just say.
Because right now there's a man who's trying to buy a house. He has $400,000 in his account right now, and he wants I mean, he qualifies for any old house. That's a fact. He can qualify. The issue is that they need a big house. They have 3 kids, and they're 8 through 12 years old or 13. And the size home that they need, okay, is it's out of their expense. It's too much for them.
Or what?
It's too much.
Like the mortgage?
Yeah. Plus, he's working on a salary, and although salary is great if you're making a substantial amount of money, but he's kind of capped out. So it's like, if he were to do 100, for example, if today he did a home over 1.25 or about 1.25, because he qualifies for about let me get my stuff so I can finish.
It qualifies for 1.25.
If he gets a home at 1.25 or higher, immediately, and the interest rates with his credit score, so credit is a huge one. Your credit score has to be up in the 7s. Okay, you always want to make sure you have excellent credit. So that's why I was saying, you don't go spend on your credit card till you have money coming in regularly, like you've secured a position at work. And then you allot out of your paycheck, you're like, okay, I'm gonna allot $100 or $150 or $200 or whatever it is, but a certain amount every month that this is gonna pay off whatever I use. And then you set yourself a limit on your credit card despite what they give you. You have to set your own limit so that one that you can afford to pay back on a monthly basis. You never exceed on your credit card the amount should never exceed what you make on a monthly basis. Okay? Ever. That would be the stupidest thing.
Okay. So then,
And really, you should probably only spend according to minimum wage. God forbid ever something happened to this economy.
and so that's one factor that they account for. What are the others?
I said your credit score. I said you have to have a decent down payment.
Yeah.
And 2 years working history.
2 years working is.
Yeah. You have to be working for 2 years in the same line of work. So if you're gonna be doing computers, you're an engineer for 2 years. If you're, you can't be 1 minute working as a nurse and the next minute you're working as a garbage man or something. You have to be doing the same thing for 2 years. You have to, what else? And that's really it. You save up money and you make sure your credit's good and then you wait for the market.
For the market.
Mm-hmm.
What do you wait? What's like a good interest rate to buy?
At this point, if we get down into the low fours and low fours, if we're lucky enough to see threes again. But I think we'll see the fours and we'll probably obviously see fives, but if you see the market shifting downward, yeah, meaning like the interest rate shifting down, you wait till it's like low fives and high fours and you start looking for a house.
What are we at right now?
6.5.
Is it going on a downward trend or?
No, not at all. It's staying where it is. And they keep saying that the way our economy is today, the housing market for the economy to improve, we actually have to slow down inflation, the interest rates have to go up is what they're saying.
Really?
Because more people make money on the bonds and then I don't know. So I don't know all those details. That's just what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know enough about bonds and the on the back end what so now they're playing with my head because they don't want me sounding like I know what I'm talking about. What backs the what basically the bonds that back the interest rate. So when we pay higher interest rates, someone buys those bonds. Why wouldn't they be buying it now?
So then,
Because the market's not shifting, huh?
what would it take to live in a SUVA?
So like I said, it would take, for you, probably anywhere between 100 to 200,000 down. Okay.
200,000.
Yeah. 。
So,
。
so then,
.
what would it take to live in a SUVA?  .
。  .   .
100,000.
。 . 。 . . . 。 .
how much credits would
You need to be in the high sevens. I've seen people with 800 scores. Your score could go up to 850. That is somebody with, I mean, excellent, excellent credit.
you need? 850.
Yeah. You want to have high sevens. You want to have history of 2 years working in the same place. And that's really it. It's not all that complicated. You don't want to have a lot of, you don't want to owe, like I said, you don't want to, you want to have credit cards, but you don't want to have high balances owed. Okay? You could have high balance credit cards that offer you the arm and a leg. And that's always good to have, but it's not, you never want to, you never want your total liabilities to exceed 20% of your income.
20%.
Maybe less than that, because your mortgage cannot, so when you go and you qualify for a 4%, okay? And let's say your monthly payment is $3,000. If you make $6,000 a month, you don't qualify.
6.
Okay? And that's just paying for the mortgage. So if you pay, for example, but if you made, let's say, 8 to 10,000, and you're not, and it's you don't have but very much credit, you qualify, no problem, because you can't have, your income cannot, your liabilities, which your mortgage would be considered a liability. You know what a liability is, right?
Can you remind me?
So a liability is something that you owe. It's something that you're responsible for.
So like a debt? Credit card?
Yeah, like a revolving debt. Okay?
Okay.
Cannot exceed more than 50% of your income. So if you're making 6,000, total credit cards, everything cannot be more than it cannot be more than cannot be more than if you're making 3,000, okay? I'm almost done. Okay, I'm gonna change. You wanna go downstairs and grab breakfast?
Second, I think I'm not sure.
Okay, my back. God, this church, my back.
So you were saying?
So that's it. I mean, that's the premise of it. Your credit card debt actually probably shouldn't be more than 10%. It should probably be about 5 to 10, less than, it should probably be about 5% to be completely safe.
5%.
Devin, take that sweater, just don't take the tag off, because I wanna see what they have at the Mustang store.
Oh yeah.
I can't hear you that you're doing it too. I think they just actually do this shit for fun.
Yeah, well, she didn't want without doing this.
No, I gotta finish it. Let me forget this. So the women are screaming, how does your back fucking feel? How does your back fucking feel? In my head, they're Egyptian American Muslim women. They're screaming in my head right now. Right. There are Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head with a war weapon. Do you hear me? The bitches are clearly after something. The women, when I'm with my kids, freak the fuck out. They're psycho Egyptian American Muslim women. They want to deprive my kids of everything. I want them sentenced to fucking death. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists talking in my head. The women are the ones who thought I was too stupid to understand what was going on. The women are the ones that are murdering kids. They're the ones screaming, and right today is my son's orientation. They're Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists. They're talking in my head. The terrorists talking in my head keep talking about people like they're their dogs. Like, you're just mad because we're letting Huda make money and not you. And like, we can retard any one of you anytime we want. Why aren't you anyway, so that's what the psycho bitch talking in my head keeps saying. Maybe it's because I'm making it clear you're talking in my head. Maybe. Stupid. So the terrorists talking in my head, when I start to think about the position they're in and the positions that the entities that oppose them, that want them sentenced to death, are in, and how they got there. The stupid terrorist women, they freak out because they didn't want me to understand that there are people that want them sentenced to death. So. They want people to just believe there's no solution and not to say and to just go kill themselves. The United States government wants Egyptian American Muslim women terrorists sentenced to fucking death. Thank you, God. They want the bitches talking in my head sentenced to death. Thank you, God. Oh, I'm doing it publicly. Haha, I'm doing it publicly. And not only that, I'm marking time at place and time. Haha. You can go back and review it and review it and review it and review it.
I just wanted to ask, I was thinking about it, what happens if you have a family trying to buy a house? 'Cause I know that happens.
That's the same thing if you're both trying to, if you need both your income to qualify, it's the same thing. You gotta worry about your credit score, no high liabilities. So you gotta be very picky and choosy, make sure your women are very financially savvy, not just aimlessly spending like they're entitled princesses all the time.
Yeah. Okay. And how do you prove that? Using like pay stubs?
Pay stubs and sending credit. Oh, I'm gonna change so that way if you wanna go beyond now, you give me some privacy so I can change it, I'll just meet you down there.